Today we are here in our girls' rat playroom to talk about the cost of owning 9 rats. If you know me from a while back, you know that I own 2 rats, Alice and Tink. They have passed away. They passed away last year. Now, in some way of sorts, we've accumulated 9 rats and we love them. My husband and I use a budget app every dollar. We are officially debt-free and we track every purchase that we make. We have a category in our budget that goes specifically to rats. So I'm going to go over the past few months that we've had with these 9 girls to talk about what we spend on the typical month-to-month basis. You're probably going to hear Thimble, Lucy, and Daisy moving around. They're in the playroom. They have a kitty tower over here and they have the whole room to themselves. Typically in our budget we put $200 in per month, but of course that varies from month to month. The previous month we didn't spend any in the rat budget, but in other months we've spent a lot more. So I'm jumping right into October, and looking at October's budget, we spent $521.57, and I can tell you exactly what that's on. So we spent $16.04 in water bottle supplies for our girls at the pet store. We also bought the Bass Equipment pans. They're really nice pans that are coated and work so well in their Critter Nation cage. It allows us to put in paper bedding so that it's much easier to clean, which we love, but those are super expensive, especially after shipping. That cost us $247.20 after getting 3 pans for the middle part of the cage and 2 for the bottom. And we still want to get little trays to go in the little parts of the Critter Nation. We also spent $125.07 on Amazon for the girls. We spent $60.70 on Chewy, which has to be their food probably. We also had a checkup at the vet for our girls. Our vet is so good and he charges very cheap for revisits. So Opal had a lump the previous month before that got removed, and a recheck for her was only $14. We also spent $40.64 at the pet store again to get crinkle paper and a couple other supplies. We got something from them at Walmart that was $3.92, and then another recheck again from the vet. So that month was certainly expensive, but sometimes you have to take them to the vet and sometimes you need to get nicer equipment for them. Something I wish that I had knew from the get-go of getting rats is to truly invest in really good stuff for them. A really good cage like the Critter Nation, really good pans like the Bass pans. Going into September's budget, something that you really have to consider when owning rats is, yes, they are cheap to buy, but if they need something at the vet, especially females who are prone to getting lumps, it costs a lot of money for surgery. Opal's surgery that she had was $275. That included the comb that she needed, it included the medication, the procedure, but you need to be prepared for that, and that's an expense that we had to spend on her. And of course we have 9 girls, so that could certainly happen again. And all of this was vet checks, so $28 to visit the vet, $14 for a recheck, and then $275 overall for a vet service of surgery. With 9 girls, we go through a lot of food. When I go to Chewy.com, I always get the 20-pound bag of Oxbow rat food, adult rat food. Oop. You being playful? The price of that rat food is $39.94. You can get it on auto ship, which means it will be cheaper. It's 5% off. You can get it for $37.94 instead. Litter is really difficult. You can choose so many different things to get for rats. I had fleece lining for a while. I had newspaper that I switched out daily. I've tried crinkle paper. Something that has just worked best for us is the Bass pans filled with paper kitty litter. Fresh News is the litter that I use inside the whole Bass pans. So this is $14.98. One bag will usually fill 1 cage for 2 weeks. So if we round that to $15 and we have 3 cages, that's going to be about $45 for 2 weeks times 2 would be about $90 a month. But that's just for the pans. They're also litter trained, which is why it lasts them so long. And for that, I use Yesterday's News. Yesterday's News, I always get the unscented one. That's really important, and it is a 26.4 pound bag. That is $19, and that will last us a full month for all of the girls. They usually have 1 or 2 litter boxes in their cage, and they're really good about it. That lasts the whole month, so it's about 20 bucks overall. Talking about toys and accessories, boxes are a huge saver, and our girls love boxes. I mean, this rat room itself is surrounded in boxes from things that we've ordered or boxes that we just have. That's a very inexpensive thing for our girls, but we have invested in things like space pods, hammocks, little forts and other items as well, plastic tote bins that work as foraging bins, and we have foraging bird toys. All of these are certainly investments, and I'd say from time to time we spend $100 on this. Of course, I'm throwing around a lot of prices with you and kind of just figuring out typically on a month what we spend. I'd say overall is $200 a month, but if I was to break down the categories, I'd say food is $40 a month. The litter for the bass pans is $90 a month. The litter for the litter trays is $20 a month. The vet is around $50 if we go. It's usually a checkup. It could be more than that. And then if we were to get toys, it'd be another $50. So we're figuring just a little over $200 a month for these little critters that cost probably $30 at the pet store. They aren't exactly a cheap pet, but they are so worth it. It's just so important to know what they actually cost, and there's so many videos on that. There's other little expenses in there too. Like we spent probably $80 on this kitty tower that they absolutely love, and we spent various money on other things from time to time. The Rat Manor cage that I have, we spent money on for Alice and Tink when I had them, and of course buying Critter Nations. Those can get expensive too. We've started with the little Critter Nation and doing the add-on to have a double Critter Nation. We've done purchases from Marketplace on Facebook to get Critter Nations. Alright, that's it for this video. I'm going to piece it together, edit it together so it maybe flows better than how I presented it. I hope that was helpful. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. More rat videos to come, but until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.